You have done the heavy lifting. You have explored your chosen object, gathered your sensory descriptions, mapped out a personal memory, and reflected on what it all actually means to you. Our objective now is to bring those raw ingredients together. We are going to build a cohesive, emotionally resonant first draft. Before we begin, confirm you have your 3 pre-writing assignments open and ready to reference. You will also need a word processor and eventually a printer. Think of those pre-writing documents as your core ingredients. Just as a chef relies on a recipe to yield a consistent dish, a writer relies on a distinct structure to guide the reader through the narrative. Your first task is choosing how to organize your essay's flow. There are 3 reliable structures you can use: the chronological classic, the time weaver, and the dramatic flashback. Let's look at the chronological classic. In Daniel's essay about his grand old piano, he starts exactly on the day the piano arrived at his house. From there, he moves in a straight line, learning to play, using the music as an emotional outlet, and finally reflecting on its current place in his life. If you want to connect a current event to an older memory, try the time weaver. This structure moves continuously back and forth between a past and present timeline. Deborah uses this in her essay, Seasoning a Bond. She starts in the present day, dreading the chore of making dinner after a long shift. But reaching for a heavy, black cast-iron skillet acts as a trigger, pulling her directly into a vivid childhood memory of cooking with her mother. By constantly alternating between her present-day kitchen and her childhood home, Deborah highlights how the physical object connects the 2 eras and maintains its emotional weight. Our third option is the dramatic flashback. Here, you start at a moment of high emotion, often near the very end of your story, to immediately grab the reader's attention. Rubin executes this effectively in his essay Just Like My Papi Guero. Instead of beginning with happy memories of his grandfather, he opens his essay at a funeral, describing a tear dropping onto the glass of a casket. Once that somber anchor is set, Rubin jumps back in time to his childhood home in Huaraz. He tells the story of his grandfather patrolling the property at night with a well-worn machete, revealing the history of the object and earning the emotional weight of that opening scene. The structure you select is a deliberate choice. Review your materials and pick the framework that best serves the specific emotional arc of your object. Now it is time to write. You will need to combine the sensory details you brainstormed in your first pre-writing with the narrative action from your second. Avoid the common mistake of the info dump. Do not simply paste your bulleted list of descriptions into a single, clunky paragraph and expect the reader to stay engaged. Instead, anchor your narrative action with those sensory details. Show the physical object being handled in real time. Rather than listing traits, write sentences like, "I reached through the crinkled bag." At first touch, the woven texture of the cloth covering revealed the bag's contents. When you integrate your description smoothly into the action, the reader experiences the physical object right alongside you. With the story mapped out, you must integrate your third pre-writing, the so what, or the deeper meaning behind the object. A frequent pitfall here is the tacked-on ending. Do not save all of your emotional reflection for a single summary paragraph at the very end of your draft. A much stronger technique is sprinkling that significance throughout the essay. You can do this by following a specific line of narrative action directly with a line of internal reflection. Consistently linking past events to your present reality shows the reader exactly how the object has shaped your life and values over time. Step 4 is the revision phase. As you review your draft, focus on writing in what author Bell Hooks calls the truth-telling groove. Use an authentic, natural voice. Since this is a personal essay, you must write from your own perspective. Use first-person pronouns like I, me, and my. Explicitly avoid using the generic second-person pronoun you. Be careful of the academic robot syndrome. Do not use complex thesaurus words if they are not part of your natural vocabulary. Write exactly as you would speak to a peer. Finally, prepare your draft for submission. Run a standard spell check. Note that the Grammarly report is no longer required for this specific step. Upload your document to Blackboard and print hard copies for both the peer workshop and your one-on-one conference. Following these logistical steps ensures your draft makes it to the workshop safely, allowing you to receive the specific feedback necessary to polish your final essay. Take a moment to recognize the work you have completed. You now have a structured, descriptive, and emotionally authentic first draft. Remember, a first draft does not have to be perfect. It just has to exist on the page. As speaker Les Brown says, you don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to get started to be great. Hit save, print your copies, upload your file to Blackboard, and get ready to share your story in the peer workshop.